Today we start unit number 19, in which we have to first the fundamental theorem of integral calculus. In this unit we have to study the definite integral. Before this, in the previous chapter or previous unit, we studied the indefinite integral. In indefinite integral you solve a quiz and assignment as well, in which you write the constant c after the integrand. When you take the integral of the function, you write a constant c at the end of the integral. Now here in the fundamental theorem of integral calculus, you cannot write the constant c to solve a problem. Here the integral of is here a to b, that is integral is given to us in a problem f of x and dx, that is a function. When we integrate that function, for example, the integral of f is capital F of x. If we integrate that function, the integral of this function is f of x, and the limit is written is here a b. The upper limit is b and the lower limit is a. So here, implementing of the limit, we can say f of b minus f of a. So that is the fundamental theorem. Fundamental theorem of integral calculus is what? In which we integrate of a function in a given domain a to b. So we can write that capital F of x, we putting the limit ba. So we put in the place of x first b, then write the sign of negative between them and f of a. So that is our integral of the function. For example, we applying this theorem on the problem, like here. Question is here, that is integral 0 to 3 and here x square dx. Now first you integrate that function x square. How can we integrate the function of x square? We know that the integral of derivative of x is present with him is 1, derivative of x is 1, and then if the derivative of the function is present with him, so we can add in the power, that is 2 plus 1, and denominator we write 2 plus 1. So here the limit is 0 to 3. So after the taking the integral of the function, we write the limit on the side of it. So here x power 3 divided by 3, and limit is 0 to 3. So now next step is what? In next step, we solve that like that. Here 1 by 3 is written outside of the bracket, and here bracket is that, in the place of x we put first 3, in place of x we put 3, and 3 cube is already is here, minus 0 cube. So that is the way to use the law. Here 1 by 3 and 3 power 3 is 27, minus 0, 0 power 3 is 0. So we get 27, 27 by 3, 3 ones are, 3 nines are. So we get 9. Answer is 9. So your answer is 9. So that is the way to solve the problem. Fundamental theorem of calculus, we started unit number 19, in which we study the definite integral. What is the definite integral? In definite integral, problem is given to us, in which we have to solve a problem and we put the limit. So the fundamental theorem of calculus is here f of x dx in the limit of a to b. After the integrate of the function, we put the limit first, upper limit is b, then sign of negative, then the lower limit is putting is here. So ये हमारे पास fundamental theorem of calculus है, जिसकी एक एग्जांपल मैंने अभी करवाई है. Now next one. Here another example related to that theorem. Here another question. Question is integral 1 to 4 2x square minus 4x plus 5 and dx. That is our problem. We solve that problem for the definite integral like that. First we integrate each function separately, like write 1 to 4. 2 is shifted outside because it is constant, and x square dx minus 4 is outside, and limit 1 to 4 x dx constant is 5, and 1 to 4 1 dx. So that is integral of the function. So now the derivative of x is 1. So we can say that 2x power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 minus 4. Derivative of x is 1. We can add in the power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Here write the limit is 1 4, and the second term 1 4. Then last term is 5. Integral of 1 is x and limit is 1 4. So here 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3, shifted outside of the bracket. So here another term is x power 3, and the limit is 1 4. The bracket is close to us. Minus 4 by 2 bracket x square and 1 to 4 plus 5 x 1 to 4. So we put the limit, that is the definite integral. In definite integral we cannot write the constant c. We put the limit because it's a limit in a closed domain. 2 by 3. Here first we put in the place of x is 4. So we put 4 power 3 minus 1 power 3. Then bracket is closed. Minus 2 ones are, 2 twos are, we get minus 2, and we put 4 square minus 1 square bracket close plus 5 and put 4 minus 1. So that is our number. So now we simplify further and find the solution is here. 2 divided by 3, and here the 4 power 3 is 64 minus 1 minus 2, 4 power 2 16 minus 1 plus 5, 4 minus 1 is 3. So we get that. So now write here further step of the problem, that is 2 by 3 and 63. When 64 minus 1 is, we get 63 minus 2, and to 16 minus 1 15, and the last term is 3 5s are 15. So here 3 ones are, 3 21s are, we get 2 multiplied by 21 minus 30 plus 15. You get the answer 42 minus 30 plus 15. Okay, so we get the answer that is. So now calculating further, that is क्या आएगा आंसर जी 15 में से अगर हम निकालें तो that is 12 plus 15, it's 27. So our answer is 27 after calculating that problem. So that is the definite integral problem to solve. तो इस तरीके से हम डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल के प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. Now going to the next problem, that here is question. Next is integral minus 2 to 1 e power x dx. That is our problem. Now what will be the integral of e power x is e power x, integral of e power x is what? How can we integrate e power x? Shabash. Integral of e power x is e power x. Now here minus 2 and 1. Now first we put in the place of x is 1, e power 1, then sign of negative due to fundamental theorem of calculus of integral. So then we place in the place of x is minus 2. So we get e power 1 minus e power minus 2, that is. So now further we want to calculate e minus 1 over e square, and taking LCM between these two terms. So we get e power 3 minus 1 divided by e square. That is our required answer. If you want to further calculate, so put value of e in calculator, that is 2.71, and calculate the answer. So we can further simplify that problem. Now next question. That is a problem simply to solve. Here the next problem is integral 2 to 4 x dx x square minus 1. So here solution, how can we start the problem to solve? The derivative of x square minus 1 is what? That is 2x, but in numerator is x. Now first we can divide outside with 2 and multiply with 2 in numerator. 2x dx divided by x square minus 1. Because the derivative of x square minus 1 in numerator and its whole power is 1, so we can write that is ln of x square minus 1. So the limit is 2 to 4. देखिए इस x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 का डेरिवेटिव नोमिनेटर में मौजूद है, तो इसकी होल की पावर 1 है डिनोमिनेटर में, तो हम इसको नेचुरल लॉग लिखते हैं. So that is the way in which we say that if the derivative of the denominator term is present in denominator and its whole power is 1, then we can write it natural log of x square minus 1. Now put the limit first, 1 by 2, write the bracket. First, in the place of x, we put upper limit 4, like that. Ln of 2 power 2 minus 1 minus ln of 2 power 2, sorry, that is in the place of x, first we put 4. 2 power 2 minus 1. Okay. First, we put in the place of x is upper limit 4, then negative sign, and we put the lower limit 2 in the place of x. So 1 by 2 ln of 4 square 16, 16 minus 1 minus ln of 4 minus 1, 1 by 2, that is ln of 15 minus ln of 3. So here using the log property, what is the log property? If subtraction between two logs, then we can write it in the division form, that is 15 by 3 with a single log. So 3 ones are, 3 fives are. We get from here the answer is 1 by 2 ln of 5. That is your required answer. After simplification, you get that answer. That is your answer. So ये आपका problem solve हो जाएगा. Any question, please? Okay, next one. Some properties related to the definite integral here. We write the properties and then we have to go further to the problem. Property 1. First property. A simple property of that, f is a continuous function. The function is continuous from a to b f of x dx. Here, the first property says that if you want to find the integral of f of x with the domain of a to b, and we want to change the limit of the function, we can write simply minus sign and then change the limit position, that is b a f of x dx. If we want to change the limit of the function, so if we change the limit, in the place of b we put a and in the place of a we put b, so we simply write the sign of negative outside of it. अगर हमें चेंज करनी हो लिमिट को, तो फिर हम सिर्फ एक माइनस का साइन लगा लेंगे और प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई हो जाएगी. सो दैट इज द वे हाउ टू change the property. The next property is here, property 2. Second property. In second property, if the domain of the system is same throughout, mean from A to A, B to B, 0 to 0, 1 to 1, so we simply say that its integral is 0. If the domain of the function is a single point, means from A to A and B to B, because its width is 0, so we can say that with that property that its integral is 0. The second property is say if the domain is same, so we can domain mean if the domain is very thin and its width is 0, so we can write that its integral is 0. So now property number 3. Property 3 is function is continuous and we break the domain here like that. A to B is first one and the second here is the function is f of x dx, and the second is B to C f of x dx. We can write that from A to C f of x. We can sum that integral. Here the first one, the function in the both of first and second is same. F of x is a function, but the domain of first is A to B, which end at B, and the second domain is started from B and end at C. So we combine them and say that that domain is A to C is defined on f of x. So that is the third property we say to solve the problem. Now next, the property number 4. In property number 4, we solve already a problem, is that if a scalar multiple, here we say that c is multiplied, c any constant which is multiplied with a function, we shifted that constant outside of the integral and integral is applied on a simply function. So that is the fourth property we can say. In the fourth property, we say that if we simply say that the function is written, so we can write it in the form of that one. So that is the fourth property, and the next one is the fifth property is the summation property. We can go to the next property before we see some problems against of him. So that is the next we see property 5, then go to the problems. So the last property, fifth property. In fifth property, if two function, that is one function is a to b f of x dx, and the second is a to b g of x, two different function with the same domain. It's given to us that a to b. If these two function written in the form of summation or subtraction, f of x plus minus g of x dx, we can write that a to b f of x dx plus minus a to b g of x d of x. We can apply separately on both of them as an integral. If two function in the summation or subtraction form within the same domain of integral, so we can write them separately in the form of addition and subtraction. That is the way to solve the problem. That is the fifth property of the we can write here. That is the fifth property. Now going to the exercise. To solve exercise is here first 19.1. Now we start exercise problem. Question number 1, find the definite integral. Find the definite integral of each of the problem. Here the problem is 0 to 3 x dx. That is first problem with us. So now we can see that the integral of x is x square by 2, and we write here 0 to 3. Now put in the place of x first we 3 upper limit 3 square minus 0 square. So we can write here that 1 by 3, 3 power 9 minus 0. So here 1 by 3 and 2 9, and 3 ones are 3 threes are, we get answer 3. So we get answer 3. So that is our answer of the problem. So answer is 3 of that problem. That is the simple way to solve the problem. After the fifth property, we started exercise in which we simple first integrate of the function, then we put of the value of the domain. So going to the next problem, that is related to the exercise. So here exercise 19.2, question number 2. Question number 2 say that integral 2 to 4 x plus 2 dx. So now apply the integral first separately terms on each term. Here 2 to 4 x dx. First apply on x, then plus, shift it to constant outside, 2 to 4 1 dx. Okay, so we apply the integral separately on both of the term, and constant is shifted outside. So integral of x is x square by 2 and written as 2 and 4 plus 2, integral of 1 is x 2 and 4. Shifted 1 by 2 outside mean 2 is shifted outside. So here in the place of x we put first 4, that is 4 square, then sign of negative, and place of x we put 2 square, and bracket is closed, plus 2. Now place first in the place of x is 4, then sign of negative, and then put is 2. So 1 by 2, 4 power 2 is 16 minus 4 plus 2 and 2, 2. So now calculate 1 by 2, that is we get from here is 12 plus 4. 2 ones are, 2 6 are, we get 6 plus 4 is 10. So our answer is 10 in that problem. So हमारा आंसर क्या आ जाएगा 10. That's our problem solved. Now next one. Question number 3. Exercise question number 3 is simple, is written as integral 1 5 dx. That is written. Its mean here is nothing is 1. So how can we integrate? So integral of 1 is x and limit is 1 to 5. So first we put in the place of x is 5, then minus 1. So 5 minus 1 we get 4. So that is our problem solved. Simple problem that is given to us. एनी क्वेश्चन प्लीज शाबाश, अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछें। क्लियर है बच्चे आप लोगों को? इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now next problem is simple. Question number 4 is simple, that is constant is written. But we have to go some problem that is in exercise in which variable is involved. Here, question number 5. In question 5 is written -1 to 3 2x dx. So it shifted to constant is outside, and -1 to 3 x dx. So here 2 x की power 2 divided by 2 -1 and 3. Okay, so cancel 2 with 2. So that is, first we put in the place of x is 3 square minus, then -1 square. 3 square is 9 minus 1, so we get the answer is 8. That is simple problem. So it's simple. So now question number 7, we can see that in which two variables involved. Here 0 to 2 x square plus 4x dx. That is problem. So integral of x square dx from 0 to 2, first one, then constant 4 is shifted outside, 0 to 2 x dx. That is the way. So now derivative of x is 1 and its power is 2, so we can write that 2 plus 1 is 3 and divided by 3 from the integral 0 to 2 plus 4 x square divided by 2 0 to 2. So here put the limit 2 power 3 minus 0 power 3, and outside you can write the 3, that is 1 by 3. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. We shifted 2 outside and we put 2 square minus 0 square. So we get from here 1 by 3, 2 power 3 is 8 minus 0 plus 2 and 2, 2 power 2, 4. So we get 8 by 3 plus 8. So taking LCM between them, so we get 3, 8 plus 24, we get 32 by 3. That is required answer. Okay, so 32 by 3 is our required answer to solve the problem. तो ये हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा जब हम प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करेंगे तो। Now next question. So after 7, here question number 9. In question 9, integral 0 to 49, here square root of x dx. That is our function. Now first we write 0 to 49 x की power 1 by 2 dx. Derivative of x is 1. Now adding in the power is 1 by 2 plus 1, and in denominator 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 0 to 49. Here x की power 3 by 2 after taking LCM between 1 by 2 and 1, and also in denominator taking LCM, we get 3 by 2, 0 to 49. Now here, so we shifted that constant like that 2 and 2 3, and in the place of x we first put 49 whole power 3 by 2 minus 0 power 3 by 2. that is 2 by 3. We can write the 49 is written as 7 square whole power 3 by 2, and the second term is completely 0. So square is cancelled with square root. We get 2 power, oh sorry, 7 power 3. So 7 power 3 is what? 7 power 3 is what? शाबाश बताएं. 7 power 3 is what? क्या होता है जी अदील? 7 पावर 3 कितना होता है जब कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो?
Sir, 343.
343. Here is 343. Is it possible that that term is cancelled? No. So we can multiply 3 twos are 6, 4 twos are 8, 3 twos are 6, divide by 3. If you can divide that, you can answer in decimal form. तो आपका आंसर डेसिमल फॉर्म में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, अगर आप इसको डिवाइड करें तो डेसिमल फॉर्म में आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. तो हमारे पास इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे जिसमें हमें डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल को सॉल्व करना होगा. Here, next problem. After question number 9 is, that is question number 10. In question 10 is minus 2 to 2 to e power x dx. Shifted constant to outside, that is minus 2 power 2 e power x dx. So integral of e power x is e power x, and the limit is minus 2 to 2. So first we put in the place of x is 2, then sign of negative, then minus 2. So you can calculate that term by using calculator. If you take the t power 2 and then calculate, otherwise that answer is, you can write e power 2 minus 1 over e power 2. That is enough to solve that problem. Okay, अगर एलसीएम लेना चाहते हैं तो ले लें, otherwise it's enough to solve that problem. So ये question number 10 आपका होगा. Now question number 11 is here. In question number 11, written as 4 to 6 limit है हमारे पास, that is limit from 4 to 6, and dx divided by x is here. You can write that 4 to 6 1 by x dx. So here the derivative of x is present in denominator. So how can we integrate? कोई बता सकते हैं अदील, integral of 1 over x how can we calculate? अदील बताएं
Sir,
कैसे
वो
करें?
ln.
हाँ जी, very good. So that is natural log because its derivative is 1 and denominator its power is 1. So we can write that natural log of x from 4 to 6. First we put in the place of x is 6, then we put is 4. So after using the law of log, we write that natural log 6 divided by 4. So 2 2s are and 2 3s are. We get from here ln of 3 by 2. So that is our required answer. After calculating, that is our required answer. So next question. After 11, 12 is same. Here, the question number 13. Question number 13 is minus 3 to 0, 2x and e power x square dx. जी शाबाश. अदील बताएं कैसे करेंगे इसको. Limit is minus 3 to 0, 2x e power x square dx. Anyone please, Shabash? How can we integrate that term that is present in exponential and its algebraic term is here? जी कौन बताएगा शाबाश? जी बताएं उरुज बेटा, बताएं कैसे करेंगे इसको सॉल्व?
सर पहले इसकी लिमिट चेंज नहीं होगी सर, नीचे लोअर नहीं बल्कि ठीक है।
नहीं नहीं ठीक है, लोअर वाली आपकी छोटी होनी चाहिए।
यस सर वो लोअर।
जी अदीबा आप बताएं कैसे करेंगे? माहीन बेटा आप बताएं। आयमा चौधरी, माजिद अली, महरीन जाफरी, नूर अली, कौन बताएगा? शाबाश कोई भी बताएं। हमना खान आप बताएं बेटा, आफाक अजहर आप बताएं। सारे इधर ही, आवाज आ रही है मेरी या सिर्फ अदील तक मेरी आवाज जा रही है?
यस सर इधर ही है। सॉरी सर अभी ज्वाइन किया मैंने क्लास, आज लेट हो गया।
अच्छा जी बताएं जी, महरीन जाफरी आवाज आ रही है आपको बेटा? नहीं इनको नहीं जा रही मेरे ख्याल में।
सर इस पे प्रोडक्ट वाला फॉर्मूला लगेगा, यूवी वाला।
यूवी का फार्मूला इस पे कैसे लगाएंगे बच्चे?
सर
प्रोडक्ट
हम लोग एक एक्स को यू ले लेंगे और ई वाले को हम लोग यू
नहीं
का
वो हो नहीं,
डेरिवेटिव ले लेंगे।
वो होगा नहीं, उसकी इंटीग्रल होगा नहीं। सो ओके नाउ सिंपली से दैट डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x square is what? Derivative of x square is what? 2x. So derivative
2x
of, so its derivative is present with him na? Or not? Derivative of
present।
exponential power is here is 2x. वो multiply में मौजूद है उसके पास. So if the derivative of the function is present, so we can simply integrate that function. So tell me what will be the integral of e power x is? Integral of e is what? E power x is what?
सर वही e power x।
Right. So its derivative is here in product form. So we simply say that its integral is e power x square, and the limit is -3 to 0. Why we write that? Exponential integral is exponential, but its power derivative is here 2x in the product form. So simple we write that e power x square. Now place in the place of x we put 0 first, e power 0 square, then we put e power -3 square. So e power 0 minus e power 9. So e power 0 is 1, e power 0 is 1 minus e power 9. So that is your answer when you calculate. Okay, जब आप इसको कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे तो आपका ये आंसर आ जाए. Simple problem. That is not a product rule, it say is a power rule, sorry, by parts rule. वो by parts rule है जिसकी आप बात कर रहे थे. तो simple problem is that. So now going to the next problem. Okay, so question number 15, after 13 we can solve 15 problem. In question 15 is written as -1 to 1 -1 to 1 5 of x dx. Okay, -1 to 1 5x dx. 5 integral of x is x square divided by 2, that is limit -1 to 1. So we put 5 by 2 and place of x we put 1 square minus -1 square. 5 by 2 that is 1 minus 1 that is cancel, so we get answer is 0. So our required answer is here is 0 of that problem. Question number 15 का आंसर आपका 0 आ जाएगा जब उसको आप सॉल्व करेंगे. So problem solved here. Next question, that is a little bit of different. Okay. Question number 17 लेते हैं. That is question number 17. Now you can say how can we solve that problem. So anyone please help me in that problem. The problem is here. 17 is integral 6x square dx, that here is the limit is bb. Okay, so how can we calculate the limit integral of that function? Shabash, anyone? शाबाश, कौन बताएगा? जी बताएं शाबाश, कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे हम? बोले शाबाश, कौन बताएगा कि हम इसका इंटीग्रल कैसे लेंगे?
सर वो प्रॉपर्टी के अकॉर्डिंग सर इक्वल टू 0 सर.
Yes, it's a property say that if the limit lower and upper limit is same, its answer is 0. That is property. But now we calculate. Okay, now how can we calculate? Put a constant in the outside, and here the limit is b to b and x square dx. So integral of x square is x power 3 divided by 3, that is limit is b to b. Okay, so 3 ones are 3 twos are, we shifted constant outside, and the place of x we put first upper limit is b power 3 and the lower limit is b again, so that is here. So b power 3 and b power 3 is cancelled, we get 2 and 2 0, that is answer 0. So we get the property value is 0. अगर हम इसको सॉल्व करते हैं तो हमारे पास वो प्रॉपर्टी की कंडीशन फुलफिल होती है. That is the problem solved. Okay, now question number next is here. Next question is 21. आपने बताना है कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे. ओके, अब आप लोगों के साथ डिस्कशन हो रही है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 21 इज फ्रॉम 0 to 13 10 dx. ओके, कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे शाबाश? क्वेश्चन नंबर 21 है 0 to 13 10 dx. कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? एनीवन प्लीज शाबाश. बताएं शाबाश, कौन बताएगा? बोलें शाबाश. आप लोग सिर्फ अदील सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर थोड़ी देगा, आप लोगों ने भी आंसर देने ना बच्चे. नूर अली बताएं किस तरह करेंगे इसको सॉल्व. माहिन बेटा कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे इसको?
सर ये कांस्टेंट बाहर रख देंगे पहले.
हाँ, वेरी गुड. सो कांस्टेंट इज आउटसाइड, सो 0 to 13 1 dx. नाउ नेक्स्ट शाबाश बताएं.
सर आगे नहीं पता.
इंटीग्रल ऑफ 1 इज व्हाट? 1 का इंटीग्रल क्या होता है? x. So we can write that 10 integral of 1 is x and limit is 0 to 13. Now first we put in the place of x is 13, then we place in the place of x is 0. So that is 10 into 13, we get 130. ठीक है, 1 का इंटीग्रल x होता है, फिर x स्क्वायर, x का इंटीग्रल x स्क्वायर बाई 2 होता है, जो मैंने लास्ट लेक्चर में वो सारे बेसिक आप लोगों को बताए थे. सो ये प्रॉब्लम आपका सॉल्व हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So next question number 23. So now next you can see that here 0 to 3 x plus 3 whole square dx. जी देखिए आप इसको समझें कैसे हम इंटीग्रेशन लेते हैं. डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दैट टर्म इज व्हाट? x plus 3 का डेरिवेटिव क्या होता है? डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x is what? 1. Derivative of constant is what? 0. So it's mean that whole term in bracket, its derivative is 1. Its derivative 1 is multiply with it with that term. If the derivative of the function is multiply with the term, so when we simply add in the power of the function, so we can write that x plus 3 whole power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, that is from 0 to 3. So here 2 plus 1 is 3 is shifted outside, that is x plus 3 whole power 3 and limit from 0 to 3. So 1 by 3, first we put in place of x is 3, that is 3 square, 3 plus 3 whole power cube minus, then in the place of x we put 0 plus 3 whole power 3. So now calculate that. 1 by 3, 3 plus 3, 6 power 3 minus 3 power 3, that is here. So 6 power 3 is what? 6 की power 3 कितना होता है? 216 or not? It's 216 I think, है ना? 1 by 3, that is
Yes,
2
sir. 216.
216 minus 3 power 3 is 27. Now 216 minus 27 is what? 216 minus 27 is what?
189.
189. So 189 and it's divided by 3. So table कैलकुलेट करें, जाता है कि नहीं? 3 1s are, 3 6s are, 3 3s are. So we get
207.
207. I think 63. Right? 63. So our answer is 63 after dividing with 3, 189. Okay? So ये आपका problem solve हो जाएगा. That is question number 23. So now question number 24. Question number 24 say that limit 9 to 16 and function is square root of x dx. Okay, simply first you write that 9 to 6 x की power 1 by 2 dx. We write the square root as 1 x power 1 by 2. Okay, square root sign will be shifted as 1 by 2. Here the derivative of x is what? 1 here. Okay, so if the derivative of the function is multiply with that term, so we simple add in the power like that, x power 1 by 2 plus 1 and divided by 1 by 2 plus 1. The limit from 9 to 16. Okay, now taking the LCM of 1 by 2 plus 1 and denominator also write the domain, LCM of that. So you get from here x power 3 by 2 and denominator is also is 3 by 2 from 16 and 9. Okay, 16 and 9. So we shift the constant outside like that, 2 by 3, and in the place of x we first put 16 here. 16 की power 3 by 2 minus 9 की power 3 by 2. Now using your calculator and find the value. So now you can calculate that what value we get from here. I think when we calculate that we get from here 64 and from here is 27. Okay, 16 power 3 2, we calculate answer is 64 and 9 power 3 by 2 we get 27. Now subtracting 64 minus 27 is what? 64 minus 20,
37.
37 multiplied by 2, like here 2 by 3 multiply by 37. I think 37. Okay. 37 नहीं आएगा, I think 39 आएगा. चेक करें फिर से. Yes, 37. Okay, fine. 37. So now multiply 37 with 2 and divide it by 3. So you get your required answer. Okay, 37 multiplied by 2 is what? 37 multiplied by 2 कितना आएगा? 74
74
divided
yes,
by
sir.
3. That is your answer. Okay. So ये आपका आंसर आ जाएगा जब आप इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करेंगे. समझ आ गई बच्चे कि ये आपका आंसर होगा. शाबाश. अब बताएं किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो. एनी क्वेश्चन प्लीज. अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं. ओके, थोड़ा सा अब मुश्किल क्वेश्चन की तरफ अब जाते हैं क्योंकि ये अब आसान क्वेश्चन है, सारे एक जैसे हैं. तो अब थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू पे जाते हैं जी. दैट इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर हाँ 32 पहले देखते हैं, फिर आगे जंप करते हैं प्रॉब्लम्स. 32 में है दैट इज लिमिट फ्रॉम 1 to 3 2x डिवाइड बाय x स्क्वायर माइनस 4 dx. ओके, ये भी एक एग्जांपल हम पहले कर चुके हैं. Here derivative of x square is what? 2x, that is here. Derivative of 4 is 0. So derivative of that function is present in denominator and its whole power is 1 in denominator. We simple say that is goes to the natural log x square minus 4 and limit 1 to 3. So first we put in the place of x is 3 here, ln of 3 square minus 4, that is first one, minus sign. Then in the place of x we put 1. So we here put that is 1 square, that is 1 is simple or not? Okay, fine, 1. So 1 square minus 4. So the here ln of that is 3 power 2 is 9 minus 4 minus ln of 1 minus 4. So we get from here ln of 5 minus ln of minus 3. So both have log. So we can write that log of 5 divided by minus 3, that is your answer. So ये आपका आंसर हो जाएगा जब आप इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे. So that is our problem solved. Okay, one more problem that is simple but we have to solve, that is 35. 0 to 2 5 e power 5x dx. How can we calculate that function? कैसे calculate करेंगे जी? Anyone please? First we shifted the constant outside. Okay, first we shifted the constant term outside of the integral, that is 5 integral 0 to 2 e power 5x dx. Now integral of exponential is that same, but in power of 5x, derivative of 5x is what? 5. So we write in denominator is 5. That 5 cancel with that 5 term. So we put in the place of x is 2, 5 into 2 minus e power 5 into 0. So e power 10 minus e power 0 is 1. So that is our required answer. Integral of exponential is that same, but its power derivative is 5. So we write in the denominator 5 to cancel that term. So that's our problem has been सॉल्व। तो हमारा प्रॉब्लम इस तरीके से सॉल्व हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो प्रॉब्लम हमारा इस तरीके से रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा। सो दैट्स आवर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व्ड। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। Next question is question number from exercise question number 45. Now you can see the question number 45. 45 say that limit 2 to 4 2x square plus x divided by 4x की power 3 plus 6x square dx। solution। हाँ जी, कौन बताएगा बच्चे कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? एनीवन? शाबाश। कौन बताएगा इस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे सॉल्व आउट करेंगे? अदील बताओ कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे?
सर वो 6 से डिवाइड मल्टीप्लाई।
यस, द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ 4x की पावर 3 इज 12x स्क्वायर। अगर इसके डेरिवेटिव की बात करें, द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दैट टर्म इज 12x स्क्वायर एंड डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दैट टर्म इज 12x। okay, so 12, that here x square is here in numerator and x is here, but here 2 and that is x. Now how can we solve that problem? If we multiply with 6 but still the condition is left, हमारे पास फिर भी एक टर्म रहती है जिसको हमें सॉल्व करना होगा। so here must be written as 2x। okay, so now next अब सॉल्व करें इसको। here 1 by 6 2 to 4 2x square, sorry, 6 is multiplied with that term, so that is 12x square plus 12x divided by 4x की power 3 plus 6x square dx। okay,
सर यहाँ पे हम कैसे खुद से 2 लगा देंगे?
नहीं
क्वेश्चन
क्वेश्चन में है, क्वेश्चन में है। ठीक है,
ठीक है
ठीक
सर,
है,
थैंक
ठीक बच्चे। अच्छा, 18 यूनिट में मैंने एक एक्सरसाइज छोड़ी है, अगर आप लोगों को अंदाजा हुआ हो, दैट इज द रिलेटेड टू द पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन। ठीक है, वो एक्सरसाइज मैंने इंटीग्रल ऑफ द
यस सर।
पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन। तो जो पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन की एक्सरसाइज है वो इसीलिए छोड़ी, बल्कि मैंने क्विज में भी फिर क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया, क्योंकि हम ये कोर्स में हमारे पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन नहीं है। बाय पार्ट्स रूल है लेकिन पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन नहीं है। ठीक है, सो इसलिए क्वेश्चन उस सिमत का होगा ही नहीं। यानी आपके पास अगर पेपर में भी या क्विज में या असाइनमेंट भी आ जाए, तो प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट गोइंग टू, ये नहीं कि यहाँ पे 2 ना हो तो सॉल्व नहीं होगा। 2 नहीं हो तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होगा, बट इट्स सॉल्विंग थ्रू अ पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन। नाउ आई एम शिफ्टिंग माय प्रॉब्लम टू दी अवर टेक्निक। जो हमारे पास केसेस हैं हम उन्हीं को डील करेंगे। अदरवाइज दैट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व थ्रू पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन। अगर ये 2 नहीं होता तो फिर ये पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन से सॉल्व होता। ओके, so here in the problem is 2 is here. Now we can integrate the term that its first term derivative is here and the second term derivative is here. Okay, so derivative of the term is present in numerator, so whole power is 1, so we simple say that is natural log 4x की power 3 plus 6x square, and that is 2 and 4। 1 by 6 and put limit in the place of x first 4, here in each term of x 4 and x is 4 power 3 plus 6 4 power 2। पहले सारे x की जगह पर 4 पुट करेंगे, then sign of negative and then we put in the place of x is 2, the lower limit 4 2 power 3 plus 6 to power 2. So that is problem. Here next one, 1 by 6 bracket ln of 4 power 3 is 64. 4 multiplied by 64, now you can calculate, plus 6 multiplied by 16, we get first term is that, minus sign, the second term is here, ln of 4 multiplied by 8 plus 6 multiplied by 4, bracket close and bracket close. 1 by 6, बताएं जी, 4 multiplied by 64 is what? जी बताएं, 4 4 are 16, 1 कैरी गया 24 25, so 256 plus 6 6 are 36, 3 कैरी गया 96, that is first term, minus ln of 32 plus 24, that is second term. 1 by 6, अदील ऐड करो ना, बताओ कितना आता है? 256 plus 96 is what? 256 plus 96 is what?
352.
352. We get from here 352, ln of 352 minus 32 plus 24 is what? 56, and divide 1 by 6, ln of 352 divided by 56. Now cancelling and dividing we get the answer. अगर हम इसको कैंसिल करते हैं और सॉल्व करते हैं तो हमारे पास आंसर आ जाएगा। जी किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन? शाबाश बच्चे बताएं अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है। क्लियर है बच्चे आप लोगों को ये चाहे पॉइंट कैसे हम इसको रिजॉल्व करते हैं? तो वो प्रॉब्लम
Yes.
आपको उस केस का होगा नहीं कि जब आपके पास पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन की तरफ जाते हो, ठीक है? सो ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 तक ये सेम है, फिर 51 से थोड़े डिफरेंट है, फिर उन चीजों को भी अब हम फिर देखते हैं, ठीक है? ब्रेक कर लें फिर उसके बाद कर लें, क्या ख्याल है कि करते रहें कंटिन्यूसली? जी बोलें शाबाश।
से ब्रेक ठीक है।
ओके सो ये मेरे पास अभी हो गया 1 घंटा, ठीक है। सो यहाँ तक ना ये 19.1 मैं करवा रहा हूँ, आप एक्सरसाइज को देख लें, अभी ब्रेक में आपने देख लीजिएगा एक दफा कि क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 तक अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है बुक में तो मुझे बताइएगा 19.1 में, फिर अभी ब्रेक के बाद हम 51 से स्टार्ट करेंगे। सो कितनी मिनट की ब्रेक करनी है बच्चे आप लोगों ने? शाबाश बताएं। 15 मिनट बहुत है ना? इट्स इनफ 20 15 मिनट्स और 20
20.
ओके सो नाउ यू आप वापस आएंगे 35 पे, 10:35 ओके
Okay, sir.
ओके 10:35 पे वापस ज्वाइन करते
ओके
हैं,
सर।
मैं लिंक सेंड करता हूँ फिर, ओके